And a very busy one after a horrific crash and fiery explosion that took one life and shut down one of our main interstates in and out of the Nashville area. We understand this morning a fuel tanker slammed into an overpass around 3:40 this morning in Franklin. The driver whose rig was carrying unleaded gasoline was killed in the crash. Witnesses said they heard a large boom and then saw a fireball light up the sky this morning. The interstate was closed for a time and has been reopened in both directions. Police have been updating Cuthbert Langley on the scene. We're going to go to him now. Cuthbert, what can you tell us? What have they told you just in the last hour or so?
Hey, good morning, Adam. What we know at this point is that TDOT is planning to have to completely tear down the new bridge that was under construction and make repairs to the old bridge. I'm going to step out so you guys can kind of get a glimpse of what the damage looks like so far. You can see that more than half of the bridge is charred. You can see there are several workers down on the interstate right now working to begin cleaning up this roadway down here. But again, the new bridge is going to have to be completely torn out, and here's why. Take a look at this video from this morning where you can see just how crazy the fire was. It wasn't just one fire. We had multiple fires hopping all around the scene. And what officials are telling us is that they're going to have to bring in more support beams for the old bridge. So until those beams get put into place, Paytonsville Road will be completely shut down. So we are talking about as much as 90 days until this road is reopened. And over the weekend, TDOT officials are telling us they may have to shut down Interstate 65 southbound completely so that they can tear down the new bridge. Now take a look at this video we got on the interstate this morning that shows just the extent of the damage. You can see there really is not much that remains of that tanker. The explosion, I'm told, was so severe it actually split the tanker in two. I just got off the phone with the general manager of the Edwards Oil Company. That is the company that runs these trucks. The general manager there tells me that the driver had been with them for close to 40 years. He had an impeccable driving record, and this is something they would not have expected to happen to anybody, but especially to this driver. Again, the explosion so severe it split that tanker in two. It was carrying unleaded gasoline, but it is unknown at this point exactly how many gallons were in there. Now, right now, Franklin police are urging drivers in this area to take caution and to be patient as they make the needed repairs to these bridges.
This is going to take some time. We want to make sure that we do this right instead of fast. We definitely don't want another tragedy. People's lives are counting on us to make the right decisions, and so we're going to make sure that that's done.
Now, so far this morning, we've had issues with school buses trying to get to and from the residents back here. This is a fairly rural area, but still the domino effect with the buses really created a lot of issues. Traffic was backed up for several hours this morning. But again, right now what they're doing is they're routing drivers on the on-ramps here of the interstate so that they can kind of sneak their way around the crash site. The Department of Transportation here in Tennessee is expected to give a press conference at 2:30 with an updated pieces of information about what they're going to have to do with these bridges. The inspectors are on scene this morning inspecting the integrity of the bridge just to see when and if it will be okay to open the interstate, because not only, Adam, are we talking about making sure the bridge up top is going to be okay, but also on the bottom as drivers driving underneath that overpass. So again, Adam, still a very, very fluid situation. We have crews who are going to be live on the scene all day today, and we'll be sure to update you here and online at newschannel5.com. Reporting live near Franklin this morning, I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, thanks, Cuthbert. Obviously, a tremendous amount of problems for folks traveling through Williamson County this weekend. Of course, we will stay on top of this story all day and let you know how this will affect your afternoon commute and bring you any updates as we learn more. That's all online at newschannel5.com. And of course, as Cuthbert said, later today on News Channel 5 at 4, 5, and 6. Well, it has been a dangerous time on area roads. Today's is the second tanker truck fire this week alone. Thankfully, the first driver made it out alive. Environmental crews are still working to clean up the mess in West Nashville after Wednesday's explosion. TriStar Trucking hired a Kentucky company to lead the cleanup efforts of the 8,500 gallons of gasoline and diesel fuel that spilled. They were able to contain fuel that had gotten into the stormwater system, which empties into Richland Creek. Crews aren't sure how long the entire cleanup will last. In Montgomery County this morning, a man is dead after the third shooting in Clarksville in just less than 2 days. Police found 24-year-old Frankie Caratini shot to death outside a home on Chapel Street just after 9 last night. So far, police have not released any details about a suspect. If you have any information about this case that might help investigators, call the number on your screen.